I'd like to welcome you all to the 8th Ayurveda Day. Ayurveda Day is celebrated every year on the occasion of Lord Dhanvantri Jayanti. Lord Dhanvantri is considered as divine propagator of Ayurveda. He is conferred with the virtues of granting good health and well-being. Ayurveda is perceived as one of the most ancient and well-documented system of medicine, equally relevant in modern times, wherein prevention of disease and promotion of health are both given due consideration. This year, the theme that has been selected is Ayurveda for One Health, with the tagline Ayurveda for everyone on every day. Ayurveda enhances body's natural resistance to the disease rather than directly neutralizing the disease causing agents. In fact, demand for Ayurvedic medicines and herbs had gone up during COVID-19 pandemic, which showed people confidence in benefits of Ayurveda. The benefits of Ayurveda and strength of Indian traditional medicine system are today globally recognized. With this, I would like to commence the program by inviting Consul General Mr.
of this consulate, and some of you I see after about a year. First of all, a happy Diwali, because the day Diwali will be, before that probably most of us are not meeting. Today is also in India, at least in northern India it is Dhanteras. So Shubh Dhanteras. Those who know those who do not know what is Dhanteras, is the day we pray to the god of wealth. So we become wealthy, of course by good means. Even I sometimes joke, even the government servants pray on the Dhanteras. So I don't know how they do it like that. They do, nevertheless. But at least one wealth that we are going to discuss today is the most important wealth, which is health. Also, some of you, those who are meeting me after a long time, would recall that this was my first event last year, shortly after keeping my baggage on the floor after coming to, almost literally, after coming to Chicago. So very, very law-abiding, hard-working. So you make us proud every day. Thank you for that. Coming to the day, the reason for which we are meeting today. Today is, according to our Government of India's declaration, today by date, is the Ayurveda Divas. You have heard the background. It is extraordinarily important that we remember and we celebrate and we practice every day Ayurveda, and it has many dimensions. The wellness industry, I'm just talking purely from commercial point of view. The so-called wellness industry will touch $1 trillion. That includes everything, of course. And it is important to understand it from economic point of view. There are many experts who will explain to you on, from personal well-being, from the point of view of health, from your psychological well-being, which is extremely important. I think psychiatry is the most important branch of medicine today. So not only wellness of course, proud that because of various efforts of government of India and many like people like you over years, over decades, yoga is now accepted as a mainstream practice and way of life. 21st June is declared as the World Yoga Day by none other than the United Nations by record voting of all countries. So we must be thankful to the leadership of India who was dreamt of that, and then the important and how countries try to promote them. You know, there is a Tibetan system of medicine which is known as Swaya Rigpa. It's a Tibetan system of medicine. It is prevalent in many parts of northern India, in the Himalayan India, Tibet, in Himalayan India, in the Ladakh region, in parts of Sikkim, in parts of Nepal, Darjeeling, other areas. In Mongolia, it went along with the Buddhism. In parts of Buddhist Russia, you won't know which are the part. There are actually small areas in Russia which are Buddhist, in the Siberian region, and in China. Now, Chinese government started working, working with Word Drive to make Swaya Rigpa as part of the Chinese medicine system. Swaya Rigpa, they are nothing but word by word translation of old Sanskrit Ayurveda system. And as it happens, you'll be very surprised to know that many of the old Sanskrit literature, including of course this related to Ayurveda, because of our climate, or maybe we are a little not very organized people, whatever, in India, many of them are lost.
Sarvastaratu Durgani. Will you be able to chant?
Yes.
Sarvastaratu Durgani.
Durgani.
Sarvo Bhadrani.
Sarvo Bhadrani.
Pashyatu.
Pashyatu.
Sarvasad.
Sarvasat.
Buddhimapnotu.
Buddhimapnotu.
Sarva.
Sarva.
Sarvatra.
Sarvatra.
Nandatu.
Nandatu.
Hariyu.
Hariyo.
Tat Sat.
Tatsat.
This Om Tat Sat is the name of Brahman, and Brahman is all pervading consciousness. So Hari Om Tat Sat. And the prayer is, let everyone be happy, healthy, everywhere. Now, as Mr. Ghosh was mentioning, that everyone should be happy. The one region, a group of people are happy, but they won't be able to be happy. Because anywhere, in any part of the world, if someone is unhappy, that unhappiness will come to you. As Swami Vivekananda said, even an atom is dragging the whole universe at his back. So this is a person who is helping you, guiding you, without any selfish motive. That's why the Veda and the Guru are very respected and holy words in Indian culture. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And that group is called Paramahamsa Sannyasi.
East Office of India in Chicago at the Consulate office, and I thank all the staff members for allowing us and helping us organize this. I know our highways were pretty loving to all of you, right? All of us were not eating gehu ka roti or rice. We changed it to millets. I grew up with bajra, and I still miss that bajre ka roti with ghee and gur on it, right? So we need to find those places and recipes and go back to that. So what does it millet do? The change of diet that you do according to your diet. So we have Vedya Grishma, she's going to come and talk about the diet of Sharad Ritu, which is according to Ayurveda, we have 6 seasons. So this is the time that we start eating millet, and what does it do is it kind of dries out all the mucus that is about to form in your body. So it does have very scientific reason that you do. So as soon as you eat millet, it becomes like it's little heavier to digest, so you feel full faster. So you don't have to eat a 6-inch rice, 4-inch rotis, as you know, North Indian boys do when they're growing up. They don't count how many rotis they eat, they count the inches, right? You all guys grew up making your mom and sister, yeah. Some of the stores, we are so fortunate that we are here in this time, 2023, and some of the stores have a whole aisle of millets. Indiaco, that's a new store. Indiaco has a whole aisle of millets that you can try from different states, whether you want organic or you want non-organic. And what does it, millets are grown by small farmers in India. Like how we try to buy a sari which is handloom, right? So we want to support the weavers. Being a designer, I have to bring that analogy. The same way, if you eat millets, you're not helping big corporation doing very mega chemical laden agriculture. You're supporting small farmers who treat the land like their baby, and they are not putting the toxins that goes into the land and it hurts. So, and if you
Nishcha Samadhadu Malakriya Prasanna Atma Indriya Manaha Swastha Iti. So if you are having your doshas in balance, if your dhatus are in balance, if your metabolic fire, if your digestive fire is in balance, if all your expulsion of waste are proper from the body, and all the mental faculties of your body are normal, if you're a happy soul, if you have a happy mind, then you are considered as healthy. So that's the first thing. So in Ayurveda, the Acharyas, Charaka, Shushruta and Vakpada has talked in detail in their text about how to be healthy. So the first thing they have talked is about charyas. They did not right away go to symptomatic treatment or disease treatment or anything. Similar way is charyas. To do the daily routines properly and do the seasonal routines. Some changes that we must include in your daily ways, daily lifestyle and seasonal lifestyle changes that should help to manage your doshas, bring your doshas into balance. So there are 6 seasons in Ayurveda according to as Deepti already mentioned. So this depends upon the movement of sun. So when the sun is moving towards the northern hemisphere, it's called Uttarayana. So there are 3 seasons in Uttarayana, that is Shishira, Vasanta and Grishma. And when the sun moves towards the south, it's called Dakshinayana. There are 3 seasons in that. That is Varsha, Sharad and Hemant. Right now we are in Dakshinayana period, and the season at present is Sharad. So what are the characteristics of Sharad Ritu? So we can see that outside. When we look outside, we can see the trees are drying up, the leaves are falling. We can see that cold winds are blowing. We can see the dryness in the air. Then we can see everyone is withdrawing. Like you cannot see all the animals outside now. So this is the period of withdrawal. This is the period where there is increased dryness in the atmosphere, which are typical to a Vata dosha. So Vata is increasing in the atmosphere. There is Vata everywhere. So what happens to the external environment?
2 years ago, everybody was eating like cows. And then it went away. And then keto diet came and gone. So every year there is some favorite. And it will go away. That is modern. Modern means just popular and fad, whatever. That's not the real name. Mainstream medicine means the mainstream is the medicine which is popular socio-politically and have the population guidance and mainstream way with socio-politically and governments has to follow and has the power to regulate. That is mainstream. So for your information, you may not know, just 50 years ago, whatever we are calling, just before Second World War or even 1950s, you know what? It's called osteopathic medicine. Even now the doctor of osteopathy are there, but they merged with modern medicine. Why? because modern medicine was so attractive. New kid on the block, new heroine came into the movie. But there is a reason why. 3 things happened around Second World War. Number 1, antibiotics. Alexander Fleming. Do you know what he invented? Penicillin, right? It revolutionized. You have to give credit where it belongs. I'm passionate for Ayurveda, but I have to tell you that in First World War and part of the Second World War, the mortality rate for a soldier gets injured, just get injured, not a fatal injury. The mortality. So the first 2 stages, we are all in that 2 stages. Believe it or not, you don't need to worry, because any disturbance in the balance is dosha, right? So that is where dinacharya comes. The reason you do dinacharya is to prevent to further aggression, not preventive. We are proactively keeping the health. What does modern medicine do? We have very good proactive medicine. You won't believe it.
Lived in the Sind in the 6th and 7th century CE. And this tradition of writing these medical texts continued well into the 18th century. Everybody here is familiar with the concept of doshas, which were already mentioned. And one of the main ways of adjusting the dosas was by diet. And as Charak wrote, without the proper diet, medicines are of no use. With a proper diet, medicines are unnecessary. So the physician was to play an active role in regulating and supervising the patient's diet and food habits. Now, often the same dish was prescribed for both healthy patient and healthy people and patient, but the difference was often the addition of medicinal herbs. And the Vaidyas grew their own herbs. They had their own garden, and I think in Delhi, in one of the botanical gardens, there actually is an Ayurvedic garden of herbs there, and they either collected them or grew in their gardens. And Sushruta mentions over 700 medicinal herbs. And another source was the Himalayas. And even today, very modern Indian chefs, they're going to the Himalayas, to Kashmir, and they're collecting some of these plants that have really disappeared, and they're incorporating them into their dishes. Now, the physician was also supposed to consider other factors in prescribing diets for their patients. And one was the ingredients and the properties that they acquire. And in traditional Indian culinary writing, there are 6 tastes, 6 basic tastes. And they are sweet, sour, salty, bitter, pungent, and alkali. Now, the only regional cuisine that alkali taste still exists, as far as I know, is Assamese. I don't know if there's any Assamese people here. And if there are, then you'll know that the dishes kar and tenga are used with bicarbonate of soda. And I find this very interesting, that this is where this tradition is preserved. And another division of, another way of classifying taste was based on the natural habitats of animals and plants. So they were either dry, which was jungla, or wet, anupa.
And it was, so I want to thank you for your support over the year. And it's going in your life. Oh, that's a long one. With turmeric. She used to mix and give so that a dry cough or the throat itch used to go. So it's again the same. Ayurveda is mother of all the medicines here. The word Ayurveda is derived from the 2 words. Ayur is life, Veda is knowledge. So life is all about, Ayurveda is about knowledge. I'm sorry, I'm a bit first-time, so. Okay. Tired, I'm exhausted, I'm stressed. So during that time, what we are supposed to do, the basic lifestyle is very important for us. So when I'm too much stressed, makes me overthink and make me negative feelings. So better without stressing, I can take some rest, or I can listen to some kind of music so that I feel relieved. So adopting Ayurveda in our daily routine will help to rejuvenate ourselves and also help to live a better life. Adopting Ayurveda has given me good health, active and clarity in my thoughts.
To early to bed and early to rise. It's a simple thing. But what we do on weekends, we have parties. We don't want to give up that heavy food, that heavy diet that we eat over there. And then later on with that heavy meal, we cannot sleep on time. We cannot get up on time. And then whole rest of the day, we feel gloomy because that food is not digested properly. So certain things that we need to follow. What is Ayurveda? Just now you heard from many people. I don't want to repeat it again and again. Everybody is telling the same thing, but are we really following it? Basically, Ayurveda believes in prevention is better than cure. Swasthasya swasthya rakshanam, aturasya vikara parimokshanam. So if we remain healthy, then we don't need medicine. In medicine, I mean to say, to get better, to remove the disease from your body. That medicine I'm talking about. But I should be doing is this small grains or small dal, and I adopted that lifestyle. It helped me a lot. Now I'm talking about. I was talking about this nidra, sleep health. So nidra is the upastambha. It is the
Ayurveda doesn't work right away, so I had to wait for it to work. And I followed whatever she had said. And so after I start seeing the effect, my pains were going down and down, like 50%. By 3-4 months, my pain was down to 50%. And after that, I took one more panchkarma from her. Also, she gives me haldi that I take every morning. No other medication. I don't take anything else. And otherwise, I'm a healthy person. I don't have to take many medications. So that is good. So now that I am her patient, I've been doing well. And I had to have knee surgery because my knee was gone for 10 years. I was having